It's open. You the lunch guest we ordered?
Rita, when shall I pick you up? About an hour? Oh, all right, honey.
Who's that?
My mom. She drove me over. Where's Norm?
He's not here yet.
We said 12.
Well, then I guess we won't give him any dessert. You just gonna stand there till he comes?
I hope you like bologna and cheese on day-old French bread. Dr. Rossi won't let me shop, so I had to raid our refrigerator.
What do you need?
A knife.
It wasn't my imagination.
What?
That's the second time you nearly jumped out of your skin when I touched you.
Oh, well, you startled me.
What, for handing you a knife you asked for?
I think I better call the loading dock and see what's keeping Norm.
You know, you did the same thing in your apartment. I mean, that was the night Norm brought me over for dinner. Remember?
No?
Well, I do. And so does your husband. I mean, your magazine dropped and we both reached for it. And my fingers brushed lightly against yours. But you acted like they were on fire.
Well, I'd just gotten out of the hospital and I was tired and, well, I guess nervous.
Scared.
I'm not scared.
Well, then stop running. I mean, what is with me, huh? You don't like the way I comb my hair?
It's not you.
Oh, just tell me what bugs you and I'll try not to do it.
Nothing, really.
Why is it that I don't believe you?
Please.
Look, come on, Mrs. Harrington. Clue me in. I mean, I'll play, only I want to know what game I'm playing.
You remind me of someone. Someone I used to go with. In fact, you even have the same first names.
What'd he do? Trade you for a blonde with a four-wheel drive?
No, he's dead now.
You mean when you look at me, you think of him? And that kind of shakes you up and gives you the creeps, huh?
Little.
Well, if you feel that way, why do you come here?
It's a stupid way to feel.
Come on, get over it. You know Coney Island? Hmm? Well, there's this ride. It goes straight up and straight down. 90, all the way. Just thinking about it used to turn me into jelly. I mean, when my friends used to ask me to go there, I used to beg off and say, mm-mm. So one day I got tired of being left behind. So I started out by myself. And I climbed on that monster, and I rode it all day. First with my eyes shut, then half open, then all the way open. And then, even hanging off the side with one hand. You know, it only cost me 2 busted ribs.
You fell off?
Snuck on. Security guard got wise to what I was doing, and he chased me all over the ballpark. I jumped the fence, right onto a fire hydrant. But that ride, it never bothered me again. It's open. Hi. Sorry I'm so late, but the guy that was supposed to bring me over changed his mind. How are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Fine. You weren't wearing that smile when I left this morning. What happened? What'd you do? I've been trying to get her to smile since
You better wash. Everybody's starving.
Oh, I was telling her how I busted 2 ribs. I think I'll keep you around. Oh, that's nice, because, it looks like I'm here to stay.
Wait a minute, who's your principal speaker? Oh, State Senator Marsh. Economy in state government at $25 a plate? Well, that ought to be quite interesting. Of course they will, but I don't have to pay for a ticket. All right. Give my best to your chairman, then. Right, bye.
Elliot, I got a favor to ask.
Yeah?
I want to look at some back copies of your paper.
Okay. What dates?
The file on the Chernak case. Rod Harrington's trial, that would be like, what, maybe 2 years ago.
It's about 18 months ago. Still ancient history, though. Why the sudden interest?
I want to know what happened.
Well, you must have a general idea.
Yeah, too general. I want to know the details.
The details, Why?
Oh. Personal reasons?
Look, I think you're making too much of this thing. It's all cut and dried.
Yeah?
Sure. Joe Chernak's death was ruled an accident. I mean, it had to be.
Well, even without my daughter's testimony? You can start me off right there with the day that Rita took the stand.
Eddie, I think you're making a mistake.
It's okay. I don't expect it to be pleasant reading.
All you can do is satisfy morbid curiosity.
You're wrong. I'm doing this for Rita's sake.
For Rita's sake? What do you mean, raking up the past?
Raking it up. I'm trying to shovel it under once and for all.
I don't follow that.
Well, somehow Rita's got it into her head that losing the baby was punishment for what happened between her and Joe Chernak, and that she didn't deserve a child. She didn't deserve a husband.
Eddie, I know your intentions are good.
Listen, if it were your kid, would you just stand by and do nothing? Just not even reach out a hand to help her?
Now, look, Eddie, you've got to keep one thing in mind about this. Stephen Cord had one purpose when he put Rita on that stand. And one purpose only, and that was to prove that Joe Chernak was vicious and twisted. And the only way he could do that was to be pretty brutal in this questioning. You see, I tried to go into as little detail as possible.
I figure you played it down, but I can read between the lines.
I think it took an awful lot of courage for Rita to do what she did. To get on that stand and testify for Rodney.
What choice did she have?
But she could have refused to testify and protected her own reputation.
Who helped her make the decision, Rodney or his brother, Norman? She should have had somebody in her corner. Then maybe there never would have been a Joe Chernak in her life.
Listen, Joe Chernak was a rotten kid, but he was a leader, you know it. For Rita to be known as his girlfriend would give her kind of status among the kids.
Status? I would have made him wish he'd never been born.
Look, you've been reading this stuff long enough. You've had enough.
I got to read every word of the trial. I want to know just how they hurt my Rita. I want to know what it is that she can't forget. Does Stephen Cord have a transcript of the trial in his
I
office?
suppose he does, Eddie. Eddie, wait a minute. Listen to me, will you?
Getting your new dresses.
Oh, they're really cute, Mom. Thanks a lot.
You know what you need now are some new shoes and a new purse. How about driving into Boston with me when you're up to it, huh?
Okay, I'll give you a call. Thanks again, Mom. Bye-bye.
Bye. Honey, take care.
Rita? I just about I decided to call back.
I wish you wouldn't have waited. Would you like to come in?
Thank you. This is nice.
We like it.
You should have seen the first place Mrs. Winter and I had right after we were married. It was a Quonset hut on the university grounds.
Really?
Yeah, we called it Flat Broke Flats. It was a lot of fun.
How long were you there?
We moved right before the end of the quarter.
Which is all supposed to prove that you're just like anyone else. And I'm not supposed to think of you as a minister, but as a friend, right?
You can think of me any way you like.
What did Norm tell you? That I was giving him a bad time?
He said you were depressed, and he was concerned because he couldn't seem to snap you out of it.
I don't blame him for being fed up. But you know, this isn't going to solve anything. Sending you over here to read me a few verses of scripture and tell me that losing the baby was God's will.
You expect me to give you a 5-minute sermon?
Something like that.
Wrong. I came here to listen.
To what?
Anything you have to say.
Do you really think you can help someone else's marriage?
Well, you listen to both sides.
And hear a lot of words? And that's all. Who's going to tell you what they really think and feel and say to each other?
If it's someone they both trust.
Well, I don't see how you can share these things with an outsider. I mean, they're just too personal.
Wait a minute. Everybody has to look outside himself. Sometime for an answer.
You sound like you have one ready for me in a sealed envelope, like the door prize at a church bazaar.
Maybe you're right.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Oh, you weren't. But everybody has a right to their privacy, if that's the way they want it. But, if you should ever need help at any time, I'll be there.
I expect this to make front page coverage. The Founders Festival deserves and needs all the help it can get.
That was great, Mrs. Winter. Just a couple more, please.
Okay?
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
You can't have it both ways, Norm. You can't urge me to talk to Reverend Winter about the things that are bothering me and then expect me to confide in you, too.
It's not exactly my forte.
I disagree. Come on, Doctor. You're a very compelling figure in black tie.
I can't afford your advice, Mr. Cord, and I don't want your advice. Joe Rossi is going to leave town.